Hi everyone, welcome back to Pokopia. In our last episode, I said that I was going to tear down my entire village and build it fresh, and golly, that's what we're doing today. I've also had a lot of long-standing people who decided to join the channel to become members, and just as a way of saying thank you, I've been releasing these videos exclusive to members first, and thank you to all the new people who decided to sign up to help support the channel. It's really appreciated, especially for a series like this that, like, listen, if you love this game, you love this game. For posting a video each day, all of the gameplay and editing is about a 16 to 18 hour workday, so I just want to say thank you guys for your support. Anyways, let's get on with the demolition and renovation. You know, I gotta say, there's something so nice about just having a fresh start for a layout. Really is. And if you're wondering if you destroy your entire town, does that affect your rating level? It absolutely does. Not only that, but it then relocks items that you used to be able to purchase. So like I used to be able to buy this garden flowers recipe and now I can't. So if you are going to be doing a large renovation and you want like a high level item, like a prefab, like the Chansey kit, which was part of my plan, make sure you buy it before you do this. Oh, it just went down again. I guess another Pokemon realized they were homeless. While I was reorganizing my house, I accidentally learned a new environment called the mini kitchen, which is just a whole bunch of stuff just like this in this exact order, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I have an idea to keep my environment open and free and moving. And that has to do with going back and forth between patches of 2x2 grass and patches of 2x2 pretty flower beds. Just by doing this in this little 6x6 spot, I can fit 8 different Pokemon. And the reason for doing a pattern like this is so that I can guarantee it's always going to be a proper amount of spaces, and in the middle, I can put down 3 or 4 different items to make Pokemon happy. Like, you know, here's the sandbox, that way everyone's gonna enjoy a toy. Here's a wooden bench so people can hang out together, and then we just need something of decoration, and we are kind of bully for choice at this point. We have a lot of different options. I could put down a small vase, or ironically enough, I could just put down a potted plant. It seems funny that I would put a potted plant in with all of the plants, but yeah, that's totally an option. And boom, that's decoration. So Oddish, do you want to go ahead and move in here? I bet you do. Progress update after 3 more Lugia feathers. Here is what we have going on so far. So if we take a look down here, coming out from the Pokemon Center and the mayor's house, as I'm going to temporarily call it, this thing is going to get better. I just need some time to work on it. Over here we have the beginning areas of the Poison Bug Garden. Over here, I'm congregating all the poison types and all the bug types, and they're going to be sharing environments here. Combee and Vespiquen are going to be there, and then random stuff is going to be here. Pichu is eventually going to move out, especially with the Pikachu quest coming up. I maintained Weepinbell's home over here. It's currently not assigned there just because there's still one more spawn. That's a very rare spawn. I have these 2 trees, saplings, getting ready to grow up. Oh, I finally ate a food so I can smash this rock. There we go. I maintained a 15 by 15 area within the middle, except for this middle area, which I made it Venusaur's spawn environment, Ivysaur, and Bulbasaur's as well. And then I decided I wanted Pidgey here because I have, you know, the little bird area. Actually, I have a birdhouse in my inventory. I want to put that down too. Birdhouse, that's going to be nice. And then 4 garden lights, and right in the middle is going to be another tree, and of course a sandbox because everyone needs a sandbox. Over here is our area that's designated for all of our fighting types. Pop quiz, yeah, I'm ready for a pop quiz. It's not like I was doing a tour or anything. What flavor does Venonat hate the most? Bitter? Oh, it hates sweet. Okay, whatever. We have Cubone's spawn environment, which is just the 4 grass, and then we have, oh no, this is tall. Oh, we know it's flowers. It's not grass. And I'm out of the amount of flowers I can buy for today. I do have the other 2 groups of flowers that I can buy. Oh, from level 6 back up to level 8. Yay, we can buy the things that we could have bought again. I also want a second horsey fountain. I might as well buy the garden flowers recipe. But down here, a bag of 5 seashore flowers.
and the bag of 5 mountain flowers. These areas, I'm still going to be touching them up and adjusting them. Oh, that's right. I did this specifically so I can grab these. Oh, my new favorite thing to avoid look at this and body block is to face away and then pan down, and that'll just push them out of the way perfectly. Grave with flowers, all set. So now that we have the ability to soak up liquids, we can finally make like a very appropriate water area. With the ability to rock smash harder rocks, I decided I was going to, here it is, take a whole bunch of this white stone that the game uses whenever there's a cliff environment, and I made this large overhang that, by my calculations, is just slightly too short. And perfect, right? We're good? Yes. I present to you, you know what? I'm just gonna put down more so that it's an even waterfall. And now look at that. That's a majestic waterfall. That's not just like a little trickle. Like when you see that, you're like, oh wow, yeah, that's a waterfall, Austin, absolutely. Now we can finally build a proper environment for the water types. And look at Goomy! Goomy's chilling on the area behind the waterfall. I love that. Love that for you, guy. Oh yeah, everyone's upset because I destroyed their homes. There's one very important thing that I know about water flow, and that water has to flow. So I decided that we were gonna have the water continue outward. Oh, first of all, I need to come and fill in this corner real quick. Boop. And right here. Oh, when you soak up water, you soak up the water level. So if you grab a low part of the water, you're only going to fill it in partially. Wow, I did not know that. So you could control the flow of the water that way. That's pretty cool. We have a lot of water coming down, right? And because of that, it's important that the water flows through and it has an outlet. So I decided I was going to have this water flow down and all the way out to the ocean. Because, you know, that's where all water flows to. I mean, well, not all water, but a vast majority of the water on Earth. And now that we can freely just mow through this white rock, it's no issue to make our own path out to the ocean, which, big fan of that. Without adding any additional water sources, we are going to be flowing out here perfectly. And we get to see what happens when 2 water types meet. You know, salt water and fresh water. Not much really. Add a little bit more beach sand so this has more of a proper cascading waterfall-like effect. So we're not seeing, you know, a lot of erosion from the water flow quite yet. Also, I now know that the ocean level is kind of low compared to the flow of river level. In case Slowpoke ever decides to make my life a living hell again, we have more bridge planks. I also added a lot of bridge planks throughout here so that Pokemon can freely wander about, not just the water types. And I need to go grab Blastoise's resort chair and an umbrella. And oh, I put down 4 of these benches over here because each one of these benches next to a waterfall is a home. I think you should move into this training waterfall. And the other Shellos and the 2 Gastrodon are all gonna move in there together. Oh, and this is perfect. So the reason I made this area just all dirt is because in my mind, this is a fighting pit and they are all going to be like attacking each other and stuff. And that's the reason it's the only gated off area. And we also have to find Chansey and put Chansey back in there. A lot of Pokemon are still homeless. And it wouldn't be inappropriate for us to go ahead and put down the harbor lights here. So we could do that too. I wonder, can I? Yes, I can make a submerged house. I mean, oh, and while the gate is open, the water even flows through it. Granted, while the gate is closed, it doesn't, but this is a house. That means that I could just assign 4 Pokemon to be here as long as I throw in 3 things, and considering we have happy stuff everywhere else, you want to live in water, right? Do you want to move into the house? Yes! Can you live in the house? This place is kind of weird. I think it's missing something. Oh, 3 different pieces of furniture. That's it. It's okay. Yep, that's a house. if I've ever seen one. Do you want to move in here to this house? Yeah? Okay, great. We can make water houses. Oh, I've also noticed something. When I destroyed everything, the Pokemon kind of scattered. Like, a whole bunch of them aren't visible and aren't here. Like, I have no idea where Combee and Vespiquen are. I haven't seen them in ages. So, I don't know if they decided to take the road and go find other places. I mean, according to this, it should still say that they're homeless, right? We're level 9. Back up. Yeah, we still have a lot of homeless Pokemon, and I have no idea where they are visually. I know that I could use Fly or Teleport to find them. I just find one of my Flyers or Teleporters, and I talk to them. Where is Pidgey or Hoothoot? Or anyone who can do those things. Is there like a model limit that only so many Pokemon can be displayed in one area at a time? Sir, can you tell me where Wartortle is? I don't know where Wartortle is. Sorry. Well, I know that if they're not homeless, he'll bring me to their house and I can use honey to spawn them in, but I guess if they're homeless, there's not much I can do. And I just put down my Ditto flag, and now I think our environment level is 10. 10 max. 3,000 coins, another 1,000. So we need to harvest veggies. Oh, make some beautiful flowers, cute flowers, and elegant flowers. I have been neglecting that a lot. There's also the 3 challenges related to Pallet Town. I still have to do testing on the house kits, but when I make my full video, which it's probably already going to be out, I'm going to be much more knowledgeable on how those house kits work. Ooh, that's a nice window. Oh, these stepping stones are so nice. I want those. The one environment I haven't purchased is Berry Feast Campsite, and I know how to do that one. I need to buy the berry basket. But in order to make the berry basket, yeah, you need one of each berry, and I don't have that yet. We're still missing the Rost and the Lum. Hey, so, here's the thing. I made an observation that a lot of the Pokemon weren't actually spawning in for me. And I think that had to do with all of them being out in the open.
Something so nice about watching Past Austin try to explain the concept of a mob cap, not to the Minecraft players, but to the Pokemon players and the Animal Crossing players.
I started running some tests and looking at some numbers and everything, and I started realizing, well, now that I'm almost at the amount of Pokemon that I should be at a cap for, because in my mind, if there's 300 species of Pokemon and I have 5 environments, then I should have 1/5 of 300 at each of the 5 places. But I felt like it wasn't really choosing a priority of anyone in particular. So I decided that I was going to take Pokemon that I less cared for, like Shellos, and move them to these small dens right at the beach. Now, I'm not saying these Pokemon aren't good or, you know, aren't someone's favorite. Like, I have Gumi down here, and Gumi isn't too useful in town. In fact, a lot of the Pokemon aren't very useful based on what their abilities are. Pidgey, absolutely useful, but Pidgey wasn't actually showing up for me. Oddish, useful. Paris, not useful, and Paris was not disappearing from my line of sight. Same thing goes for Venonat, Venomoth, Slowpoke, who can yawn, and I don't think yawn is actually very useful once you're done with the mission. And Pokemon that I needed to show up, like Hoothoot, was nowhere to be seen, not at his house, and because of my renovation, he was considered homeless. And when you're homeless, you can't use honey to track you back to your home. So what the game does is it takes priority. So like right now, Blastoise, although he's working over there, if he was currently unloaded, I could just go into my inventory, use 1 honey, and he'll just spawn in, no matter what. The game does the same behavior if the Pokemon is just far away. So in this instance, Arcanine and Quilava and Cacnea were all unloaded. Could not find them anywhere. I even found a flying Pokemon to bring me to them. And then I go into the house and I use honey, and then all of them show up no problem. So in an effort to prioritize Pokemon that I'd rather see all the time, like Combee and Vespiquen, I'm now making tiny little huts. Shore houses. We'll call them shore houses and camping sites. Yes. I think that's a better name than low-income areas. This is Section 8 housing. And hey, we got Mag Mortar showing up because of our kitchen. Hey, guy. Are you the only one who spawns at the full kitchen? Mini kitchen? Whatever it's called? Yep, only you. Perfect. So, how about you come with me? And let's take you back to, actually, the town you're supposed to be in, which is Rocky Ridges. And Pokemon here like Bonsley, that I don't especially need, they can, you know, hang out with other Pokemon who aren't getting in the way. Also, how are we on smelting? Oh, we're done smelting everything. Can one of you choose to magically decide to do that on your own? Nope, they're doing bricks. Doing brick stuff. Hence the reason so many Pokemon need my attention right now. Garbodor, do you just have more iron ore for me? Oh, the paper I asked for. Thank you. That's actually very helpful. Can I have a moment of your time? Oh, you also have bricks for me. Thanks. Hi, Carcole. Do you also have bricks for me? Just a whole bunch of bricks. Oh, and more of our houses are being built. I'm a fan, personally, of Dash Bun, or as my fiance calls it, Donut Head. Adorable name, I know. But they aren't very helpful. All they do is search, and having a Pokemon who searches who isn't flying, you know, not the most helpful in my opinion. Doug Trio, not the most helpful. Although I do love Doug Trio, did work for me in Pokemon Stadium 1 back when I was wearing Power Rangers pajamas. Not saying I don't still wear Power Rangers pajamas, but when I started wearing Power Rangers pajamas. I bet he would just absolutely love residing in a nice, quiet, out-of-the-way place like this. And also, I decided that I was going to keep all of my builders in one place. So if I'm doing like a big project or something, I can just come here, bring all of them back over, all in one shot, nice and easy. So if you look at the top, see how Riolu is listed up there? And then you have Bonsley and the house icon. That means that Bonsley is currently residing inside of the house, as opposed to Riolu, who, while he does live in the house, he's currently venturing outside of the house. Pokemon like Kricketune and Bonsley are just unloaded from the map and giving priority to other Pokemon spawning in. So that's what we want to do. As adorable as you are, little donut head, you are gonna hide out in here in case we need to search for something. That way we know where to find you, little guy. Nice and safe and sound and out of my view. And now Diglett, it's your turn and you're gonna live next to Doug Trio. Diglett, I don't even know what it is that you do. You hype. Yeah, I think hyping is only needed for the mission. I don't know if it's needed for something else. Like, can you use DJ Rodom to hype up a different environment to get Pokemon to spawn or something? I don't really know. And these guys are just knocking these out. Good job, Tinka-Tink. I spent a good amount of time last night cleaning things up and deciding how I wanted the town to be laid out a little bit more and building a lot of the prefabs. Check out this masterpiece. I'm gonna. And here is our leaf cottage. Okay, it actually fits in pretty nicely with the whole aesthetic I'm going for, so big fan of that. And pincer. Is it the same building? It's the same building. And Hariyama. Oh, this is a much bigger one. The relaxing park. I have no idea what this looks like. I'm kind of excited. I did not know it was gonna be raised. Okay, well, it's raised, that's fine. There we go, that's neat. Oh, look at that. It already has its own individual environment set up. So we have the bench with greenery right there, and we have 2 instances of the flower gardens right here. And this is important to know that hedges cannot be walls, because otherwise this would be a house. Well, let's check our other locations. Okay, coming to Bleak Beach. I also built the Pikachu fountain. Forgot about that till right now. I don't think the Pikachu fountain is really needed for anything, but I wanted to build it anyways, because why not? Boom. Oh, what's our daily quests? Grow some plants, dig up treasure, have a relic appraised. Okay. And what's our daily shop items? The recipe for a cushion and a log bed. Not the best things, but, you know, better than nothing. Also, here's the recipe for a ditto rug. Wait, I never redeemed my mystery gift. Get items, mystery gifts via the internet. The early purchase bonus. There we go, we got a ditto rug, cool. Let's check in on our daily vending machines. We got a soda pop, this makes seawater. Ooh, chili sauce, this makes lava. Let's also go to our Mosslack shrine and offer the sacrificial carrot. Pokemon might be more likely to appear in habitats. Oh, and the environment level increased. Hey, now we're level 6. Executor, can you grow my plants? Carrot? Nope, just leaves. Carrot? Nope, just leaves. Executor, I kind of want you close by for the future. And Wingle, I want you close by for the future, so a little bit closer to the house. Wingle, you live here now. Oh, check it out. Prinplup is here. Remember what I was saying when you just put a water wheel down, that's now a habitat? Well, yeah, we got Prinplup to show up. And a mysterious slate, very nice. Hi, Prinplup, this looks like a pretty nice home. You think so? Hydrated yellow tall grass, and this is the water wheel environment. For some reason, I still have it logged to the water wheel environment, so I don't know what's going on with that. I think a long-term goal of mine may be to take this top area and all these peaks and bring them all down to the same height so this area is, well, 1, easier to traverse, but 2, more enjoyable in case I decide to come up here for relic farming. Because trying to do it on this map, boy is it a pain. Even if you have a searching Pokemon with you and a dowsing machine like Zubat, it is so many peaks and valleys to work with. It sounds like a day after I have a few stacks of green beans and a lot of time on my hands. Maybe not a bad idea to bring it all the way down here. Of course, we want to start at the top and work our way down, etc., etc. Here's an interesting thing. The Ditto Rug appears at the end with the relics. Oh, I kind of really like it. Right outside of my bedroom door. Yep, that's where that lives forever. Tarogue, where did you find gold ore? I'll buy some gold ore from you. You only charging 500? Great, so take some useless blocks. I was wondering, since I have so many trading Pokemon in one town, can all of them trade at the same time? I know they'll only have one inventory for a day, but worth checking out, right? Oh, why do we level down? Who's still homeless? I thought I fixed all the homeless problem in Pokopia. Tyrogue, Scyther, Heracross, Chansey, and Venomoth. Hey guy, I see you're in Venusaur's bed, why don't you come with me? And Scyther, you totally live here. So Scyther, you can live here. There we go. Now our environment level raised once again. Listen, it was catastrophic yesterday having to deal with everyone not being in their home and everyone not loading properly. That's the reason we did all those prefabs down. Oh, and for my daily, I just need to get a relic appraised, and you're right here, and there's a relic in my inventory. Look at this. Is it going to be something useless, like a poison barb? It's a big root. Yep, it's useless. Can't wait to put all these things in frames. We just saw Magnezone spawns at the mini game corner, which involves 2 rare relics, the arcade machine and the punching game. It's gonna be a while till we find those, that's for sure. So now that we have these houses set up, I think the Pokemon that I want to put in here are going to be the ones that aren't going to be seen on screen a whole lot. A great example of that is Venonat and Venomoth. They're nocturnal Pokemon, and during the daytime, they don't like to hang out and be seen. So, Venonat, why don't you move in here? I could also probably put Hoothoot and Noctowl in the other one. That would kind of fit the whole theme going on. Ain't it a bit too bright? Well, who's saying that? Hi, Excadrill, why are you back here? You're just looking for any sort of cover that you can have? But you live here, in this nice dark home. And Chansey, are you working the shop today? Yep, you're working the shop today. Ooh, rare Pokemetal. Don't mind if I do. Is this 2,000? It is 2,000. Do I have 2 stacks of garbage blocks?
I do not know how I didn't see the Rost Berry right there. That would have saved me like, I don't know, 6 hours of headache. You're going to see in future episodes, but I'm now seeing this berry here and I'm like, oh, great.
I kind of want to put down that third house. I'll do that at the end of the day because that's a overnight activity. And Tyrogue, you're also the other homeless one, right? Trade time is over. Great. Now follow me, and you get to go live in your favorite home of all, the waterfall.
Security camera 2 spotted a new Pokemon at the volcano. Which one is security camera 2? It's Volcarona. Minecart, I choose you. Let's go. Oddish, I don't know why you're still following me. I now realize I took the very, very long way to get there. And I also realized that I just left my minecart behind, so... Oh well, the legendary Pokemon. That's supposed to be a legendary, but you're not. Piping hot lava, and you're the last one, so we're good. Ooh, you litter. What do you litter? That's my question. How's our guys doing with all of our forging and stuff? We have 2 bricks and 1 garbage in here. Cool. And is that it? Is that all we did? I think that's all we did. That's right. Everyone needs to come over here and give me their bricks. Bricks of the day. How are my dirty boys doing? 5 clay, 2 garbage, 6 garbage, and you made some iron ore for me. Thanks. 20 pieces of iron ore. Beautiful. Why don't you go ahead and work on more garbage? Oh, hi, Magmortar. Thanks for more bricks. You know, I'm starting to think we may be too efficient in our brick making. Because every time that I come here, we're getting 40 to 100, and I don't know if I need that many bricks, to be honest. But you know what? Better have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Really wish I didn't dismiss Oddish yet. In the water, I found a recipe for fish scale tiling. Okay, honestly, kind of like the way that looks. Oh, finally, we have our first exploding lost relic. Dangerous lost relic, that's its name. So yeah, sometimes when you go and you punch it, it'll be like, hey, I'm gonna explode, you have to extinguish me. So that's a fun little thing to switch things up. And a gray hut kit, cool.
And it's Sudowoodo in an environment that I already know, and we're just waiting for him to show up. I don't have this environment set up, do I? Oh no, it's right there. Oh, and another trace. Well, who are you gonna tell me about? Oh look, it's Lombre at an environment that we have set up. Wait, do we have that set up? Now I'm second guessing myself here. Oh, but Lotad lives here. Okay, so let's make another. Here's a little pro tip if you're looking for relics. The top of the mountainy area is so flat and so nice to just grab relics at. Ooh, wing fossil left wing, new item. And like, it's generally quite flat. In fact, if there's one environment that I should flatten first, it should be this one. Oh, it's another exploding one. 2 in a day, that's crazy. There's something very therapeutic about just doing rollout as Graveler and clearing out an enormous area. Not even holding B and going fast, just like, you know, knocking it out all nice and easy and just cleaning things up, making everything nice and flat. Hang on, I just learned something. So I cleared out all of this area, and now I've been clearing out this area, and you'll notice all of the blocks stop at about here. So I think that there's a limit to the amount of objects that can be fallen on the ground at once. Well, that is very good knowledge to have. I thought they just remained there indefinitely, but having an object limit definitely makes sense. Oh, it's Chatot, who's an elevated red tall grass, which I now realize that I never made elevated red tall grass, but I also know a different way to spawn Chatot in. So, oh, and we could do that right now. Okay, plan time. Okay, now I'm just wondering, like, how high is high enough to be elevated tall grass? So I assume this is elevated tall grass. Yep. But before this even spawns in, I want to head down to the basement museum. And in the basement museum, where was it? Here we go. We have this audio producer area that has a microphone. Oh, and a journal to read. I want that microphone. A tabletop mic. Yep, definitely want that. You remember the birdhouse that Dartrix was demanding, right? Let's just come on over here, grab that birdhouse, move it 1 away so it's not part of that environment. Actually, it was never part of that environment. It was just a decoration. And we're gonna put a microphone right in front of the, well, not birdhouse, but bird perch. And this is a chirping recital. And that spawns in Chatot and something at nighttime. I've actually been slacking on my habitats a little bit. I should start building more. I still have like 40 more notes on habitats to start doing. Oh, and we unlocked a bunch of Pokemetal ingots and the recipe for a hammock. Okay, so first of all, you always buy the Pokemetal ingots when they're available. Always, always, always. I'm eventually gonna need this tablet for something, but I might come across one in the wild. But I definitely need this resort hammock recipe. All right, so I don't know if multiple cash registers can work at the same time, but I kind of want to find it out, and I kind of want to do 2 stands right here by the garden, and in my mind, it's, you know, like sort of like a farmer's market. Let's see if we can do a catty-cornered one right there, and if the 4 items will just be, you know, next to the Pokemon instead of directly in front of. Because we have Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee and Tyrogue. Those are all traders here. Ghastly, I think we have 4 now, maybe even more. And back out here at the resort, so long ago, I thought I needed a resort chair. Nope, it's a resort hammock. And I'm just gonna place that down right there. The light needs to be powered, that's why. Okay. The welcoming resort habitat. And that's for Absol to show up. Hi, Lapras. How's your comfort level? You want a food? You want something relaxing? I mean, this is relaxing. Oh, but you don't live here, do you? Tell you what, you live here now. Yeah. Aww. I did not expect it to immediately lay down. Also, did not know Lapras had that much flexibility of its neck, so cool. You know, every time I come down here to drop off more of the mysterious slates, I always think I have more than I do. Oh, I found A. That's cool. And that's an H. Yeah, look at that beautiful artwork coming together. By the way, I always recommend putting down just a single chest inside of your house as a I will sort this later chest. Just because, like, especially when it comes to the different types of items that you need to place down in the different categories of relaxation versus toys and everything else, it can get, you know, a little tedious. So just having a I'll do it later once I have more things, kind of nice. Oh, and we're starting to get duplicates of CDs. Here's a neat thing I don't know if you realized, but any of the CDs that are from the first game, the middle of the CD will be red and green, then gold and silver. This one is black and white. And now that I'm starting to get my first duplicate of my dolls, I think it's about time that we start heading to a dream island. So let's go ahead and put down a doll. I'm going to put down Eevee over here for later. And let's just interact with the doll. Hi, did you need me? I want to go to a dream island. Make sure this is the place. There's also the Eevee Dream Island, and this is going to be the Wasteland Dream Island. Here is the Clefairy doll. This is the Rock Peak Dream Island. And over here is the Arcanine doll. And this is the Volcanic Dream Island. Make sure you bring some food with you. You can go back and forth, which is kind of cool. Right at the entrance, if you head up the staircase inside of this little tower, you are going to be finding a crafting bench and a cast form weather charm. You can destroy this house except for the windmill up there, but it gives you a whole bunch of materials that you may not actually want to build with, especially all the different roof pieces. It's kind of cluttering the inventory. The very first thing you should do is get the various flowers of the region. This is a beautiful flower that's yellow, and I don't have it yet. We have an item up there that we should definitely go get because it's going to disappear forever. You got some habitat information. Oh, check that out. It's 2 chic chairs, a chic table, a pushcart, a vase, and plated food, and it's a rare nighttime spawn. I don't have that one yet. Okay, cool. 3 Pokemetal ingots, very nice. As you're exploring, you're likely to find a house based off of the local houses. Any nice furniture in here? Nope, but there's an item. A basket of garden flowers. Cool. If you want to demolish the house, go for it. Again, roof, kind of a pain to take down. Let's talk about the resource that's actually exclusive to the Dream Islands, and that's Stardust. It can be found on the beaches, in caves, and some other various areas. Picking up your first Stardust is going to inspire you to come up with a recipe for a star piece, which requires, I think, 99 Stardust. If you give a star piece to a Pokemon who is visiting from another player's world, that Pokemon will give you a gift. This cannot be done with some Pokemon. If you open a Pokemon's gift at a vacant habitat, a new Pokemon will appear, the same species as the Pokemon who gave you the gift. I'm seeing some copper ore down there in the water, but not really worth it. Down here in the valley, oh, we have some Stardust down here. Cool. Oh wow, that is a big wall of rock. I mean, if anything, just the amount of rock I get from this alone is going to be great. But also, is it hiding a secret? Oh, here's a cave down here with 1 Stardust. And down here, ooh, it's an iPad. Schedule management notes. It's just a shift schedules. We have some excavation tools, some sandbags, some worn down crates, a cart, 1 more Stardust, and oh, Pokemetal on the floor. And these Pokemetal fragments, as you can imagine, you can go ahead and refine those down. Oh, and we found a rare one too. Nice. Now I'm wondering, should we dig more, or is it just those 2 dedicated deposits? Oh, nope, we should definitely dig more. Another substantial deposit. And as you're gonna see this, so until you get the food power-ups, like the Beam Burger, you can't actually harvest any of this Pokemetal ore. Not really a reason to go here for these rare resources until after visiting the volcano, meeting Chef Greedunt, and getting the ability to actually go ahead and harvest all of it. Once you're all set down here and you've already got all the resources that you want, and how much Pokemetal ore did I get? 63 and 5 rare. That's pretty fantastic. Unfortunately, we only got 14 Stardust on this one. You could use Return Home, and that's going to take you to a, quote, safe location, aka back in front of Drifloon, so you don't need to worry about getting out of the place by yourself. At the Wasteland, you're also likely to run into a Horsey statue that has a rare flower here. I have the white beautiful flowers here. I don't think I have those yet, right? Nope, white beautiful flowers. Be sure to steal the statue, because why not? And I would highly recommend making your way to the top of the area just to see if there's any goodies up there for you, because usually there's a bunch. A twisted potted plant, okay. A mushroom streetlight, pretty mediocre. We have a little tower up here, a slender candle. In our lookout tower, we have a set of wooden posts. Is that just the name of collecting 1 wooden post? Yep, sure is. A wooden crate, a leafy plant, a bouquet of extravagant flowers. Oh, the leafy plant was a new item for me. 1 wreath, and a study desk. I'm gonna go ahead and hydrate some of these flowers. Here's the red variation of the flowers. That's new for me. Great, now I have to water all these looking for a red one. And also, do I have the blue hedge? Yes, I have the blue hedge already. Now, even if you're not trying to collect all of the different flowers and hedges in the game, there's an entry in the PokeLife app that after you get a certain amount of flowers and their variations, you can get the item to unlock, I think it's Leafeon in Pallet Town. Then you're also going to need flower completion. Well, not completion, but a good amount of them. Now, you may also be wondering, can you spawn Pokemon here? And no, even if you make a habitat for a Pokemon, they're not going to be registered as a habitat, and they aren't going to spawn. When you arrive back, here we are. Hope you enjoyed the flight. Let me know if you want to head to a Dream Island again. Ooh, we spotted a new Pokemon. Which camera is this? Oh, it's the ocean. Finally. Wait a second. This one is this Slowpoke and Slowbro? Or is this Gastrodon? Oh, it's Slowking. Nice. Awesome. Is that a very rare or just a regular rare? Yeah, he's a very rare spawn. Amazing. Great. You just stay here for right now. So after running around and doing my dailies, I decided that today was going to be the day that I start working on the museum. And that required me to go ahead and just delete all of this cliffside. So that took a good amount of time. Oh, hi Gastrodon. What do you want? Hide and seek? You know what? Fine, we'll do a hide and seek. Make it to the Pokemon Center without being spotted. Okay? Can I camouflage as this rock? Yeah, I can. So, typically there's a second Pokemon who assists in the hide and seek. This time it's Gulpin. Gastrodon seems to be looking away, and Gulpin seems to be kind of useless. Now, specifically, you have to interact with the PC, and they can't touch you along the way. They can't even really get close, because then they figure out that it's you. I don't even really know if you have to camouflage. Oh, nope, not yet. Okay, is Gulpin gonna see me? Gulpin might see me. Nope, we got it. Great. Well, I beat you guys. Do I get a reward? It's a carrot. 4 carrots. And look, we get to unlock things we already unlocked. What's this? Use this to remodel a Pokemon Center to make it look just like the Wasteland Pokemon Center. I did not realize that the Pokemon Centers looked different at all. Okay, well that's cool. We can remodel one Pokemon Center to look like a different one. That doesn't seem like it has a lot of purpose, but all right. So here is going to be the entrance to the museum. And then we walk in. You may be wondering where I got all of my supplies to make this beautiful museum that I'm going to be making. And all I'm going to say is do not look at the museum in the volcano. I'm going to be using these stone blocks to outline the pattern that I want to go for. I'm just going to have like a little bit of a walking in area over here. We also have the beautiful, extravagant carpet. And that's going to be a beautiful carpet as soon as we walk in, right? And once we start doing that, then it starts transforming into the full size. Gotta love it. And then I also have a bunch of these dark marble blocks, and I'm going to be having that going around the outside of the extravagant carpet. I think I'm going to want like a buffer of 3 going between the extravagant carpet and the wall. And the reason I want the 3 is in case I decide to put down fossil habitats along the outside, then that's where that can go. Also, this is where I'm going to be housing all of the relics that I'm going to be finding. So like the poison barb and the rocky helmet and all those things, all that's going to end up on a wall in here as well. Let's keep working on the perimeter. Wow, Ho-Oh, that was the closest you've ever dropped it to the Pokemon Center. You are getting real ballsy, sir. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to have this come out by 3, and then after the 3, we're going to have it jet out by 1. And on this level is where I'm going to be putting... I picked up these pedestals, and the original museum used them on the interior, but I think I'm going to use them on the exterior, the extravagant pillar bottom. And then we just build up 1, 2, 3... And I did not grab the tops of those pillars. I should have probably done that. That's fine. We will address that problem when we get there. It was weird that as I was going around, I couldn't destroy these with my Graveler move. Oh, speaking of things that I couldn't destroy with my Graveler move, I did find a great surprise hiding in the producer studio. You know where we stole the audio mixer from? This purple box. It's a boo in the box. I've been looking everywhere for this thing, and it was just hiding in the producer studio. So, there you go. It was a little unsuspecting box, and oh, there's actually like, I don't know, 4 different environments, I think, that I need this for. Ultimately, these large windows, I'm going to be replacing these with the extravagant stained glass once I get the recipe for that, or the Dragonite doll, because that can get me a little bit of extravagant glass, but let's lay down some floors. Whenever I do these very large builds, a lot of it is just me doing this, which is the reason I tend to just edit this out, because do you guys want to see this hot stockpile tongue action going on? It's weird that from the back it looks like that's his tongue stretching down, but from the front you could just see that it's his mouth getting very, very big. The more I do this, the more I think I really, really want these to be large windows that I can see out of. Just because having the nice contrast of all the greenery going on out there, I kind of don't want to lose that. So the museum is coming along nicely. I just put down the sail fossil display because I found a sail fossil, and honestly, I kind of really like this. I think it's a beautiful layout of stuff. Now that I have all the fossils laid out, I don't know if I'm going to make this a wing going back to Professor Tangrowth's cart, for lack of a better term. This is cart, right? Oh wait, did I never grab the cast form? Yep, there it is. Cool. Can I pick up his thing yet? No, can't pick it up yet. Okay. I was also considering having this wall filled in and using this as the place for all of the relics, but I don't know how many there are in the game, so I'm a little hesitant to, you know, commit to that at this point. Any other habitats that I find that feel like they could be fitting in a museum or a concession stand, things like that, I'm probably also going to put in here, but I really like the look of this place. I also need to come up with the front of the building, because it needs a front. I think I'm just going to do out by one and basically just mirror the foundation, but up higher. Still on the fence about that. Do any of these fossil Pokemon need to be in the dark? Nope, just dry. Maybe not being close to the water? I don't know. We're gonna see how that works out. Also, I did not summon in Baby Shieldon, whatever his name is, before we were migrating, so he is currently despawned and lost. So whenever he shows up, that'd be cool. Also, this guy litters, so I feel like I have to, for lack of a better term, employ a janitor in here. And it's also a shame with this room size limitation, because otherwise, this would be one great room. Actually, this can't be a room, right? This is way too big. Let's just check that out real quick. Oh, wow. This is a house. Wait. No, this is a house. That's hysterical. I mean, it could be the janitor who lives behind them. That could be a thing, you know?
Well, this seems like a good time to wrap it up here. I did a whole bunch of work to the town and the museum. We got distracted a bunch of times, but that's just the Pokopia life, isn't it? Well, great. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and be sure to stay subscribed. And if the next video is already out, it's probably on screen somewhere on my face or on my hand. If I remember to move it from one side to the other, I don't know. Great. Bye.